Evening, guys. We're live. Hey, Mattia, Erica, Dave, Jay. Hi, Jay. Yes, we've been well. Let's give it 2 minutes more for everybody to come in. I have some cool showcase to show to you tonight. My coffee is ready, so it's 10 p.m. here in Bucharest, so I need to be awake and with energy. So my coffee is my friend tonight. Claudio, Buenos Aires, Derek. We have Chicago here as well, Atlanta, Car from Austria. Hi, guys. Awesome. Can you hear me? I see that someone wrote that there is no sound. Henrik, no sound. Hit a refresh, Eric. Or try another browser. Everything looks great here on my side, so you should be able to hear me. Hey, Dave, Mattia from Italy. Hi, guys. Great to have you here. Hey, Jay. Yeah, I'm great, man. I'm excited for tonight to show you the custom fields and asset functionality in Brizy Cloud CMS. So Ernesto, I have several questions, so please keep reading the chat. Sure, Ernesto, you'll get the chance to. I'll keep my eyes on the chat, and we'll address everything in the Q&A session after the presentation. Craig from Scotland. Hi, Craig. Jake, I hear you fine. Yeah, it looks like it's working. If you can't hear me or see me, just hit a refresh, come back or switch browsers. Excellent. Let's get this party started. I'll share my nice presentation here. Start presentation. So tonight we'll talk about custom fields and assets, new functionality we've recently introduced in Brizy Cloud CMS. I'm super excited about it. The team worked extra hard to push this in, and we love what this brings to the table in Brizy Cloud. The session goals for tonight is I want to show you the custom fields functionality and how you can use that and how you can build new assets and edit the current assets you have in Brizy Cloud. I'll show you also how to link those assets together and structure them, and how you can work with dynamic content and templating in Brizy Cloud. And I prepared a very nice website showcase for that. The game plan for tonight, we'll have around 90 minutes or so. The showcase I'm gonna present is pre-recorded. Is a video, is pre-recorded. This will let me stay in the chat with you and answer some questions, and I'll keep an eye there. So put your questions there, and we'll answer them in the Q&A session. There is also a button there with a question bubble, so you can mark your questions, so I can easily see them. Bogdan is here behind me. You can't see him, I think. He's helping me with the questions. At the end, of course, I have a small surprise for you as usual. And there is no support here in this webinar. If you have some technical support questions, I'll kindly ask you to come on our website, and my colleagues will love to help you. This is me. This is me. I'm Dimi. I'm one of the founders here at Brizy. I'm working mainly in the design department, and I'm one of the guys that contribute in the UI and UX of Brizy. As always, I try to share some personal stuff. My favorite food is pizza. Nothing too special here. And I've studied computer science in college. So that's about it. Let's get to the meat and potatoes of this live webinar. Custom fields and assets in Brizy Cloud CMS. Again, this is a pre-recorded showcase. If for some reason you can't hear the audio, or you don't see the video, or it breaks up, or it freezes, just hit a refresh and you can come back in, and hopefully that will solve it. If not, switch browsers, try that. Let me share the video now. Custom fields in Brizy Cloud are here, and we are very proud and very excited about it. As we develop Brizy Cloud CMS even more, the custom fields functionality will take an important role in letting you create complex dynamic websites, from magazine and blogging to complex shops and e-commerce websites eventually. This, together with our innovative approach on user interface and user experience, makes Brizy Cloud CMS one of the easiest tools to create websites, blogs, and eventually online shops. Let's get into it. Here is a website I've put together. It's a games review website that will help us showcase the custom fields functionality and assets in Brizy Cloud. Let's go through the pages, and I'll show you around, and then we'll jump to the back end, start creating some and explaining the custom fields and assets functionality, and I'll show you everything how it was made. So this is a homepage for our game reviews website. We have a nice header here. These are the latest reviews, and this is where the custom fields functionality shines. This is an archive element with everything you see here custom build and dynamically brought in on the page. And the rest are some sections to have some nice sections here. It's basically static content. Here in the header, I've added a couple of other places to go. We have a page with all reviews for all our games, and of course, this is again the archive element that brings in dynamically our custom fields. This is one of the reasons why I've chose to showcase a game reviews website, because games in general are categorized on different categories, right? You can put them in different buckets. You have developers, genres, platforms, and things like that. And this is perfect for us to show you the custom assets and how they link together. So I've put here reviews by developer, so you can select one of the developers you added to basically filter all your reviews by that developer, by genres, and of course you can go crazy with this and create all the ways to split your assets the way you want. And if we go on all reviews, I've also created custom single page for a single asset for the games that is dynamically built. So here is the name of the developer, the name of the game, the name of the author that reviewed it. We've also created a custom field for the rating, so you will bring in the rating here custom, and of course the custom cover and some dynamic information about the game, the developer, genres, when it was released, and things like that. Next is the content for your game review. So this you'll build specifically for every game. So this will be different from game to game, and you'll build it with Brizy. And at the bottom we have here the author, and of course comment section via discuss. Let's jump into the backend and start creating some assets, and I'll explain how the custom fields and the new asset builder works. Here I am in the backend. Before we go into the gaming's review showcase to show you how that project was put together, let me create a new project to go to the basics and show you, define some things and show you how you can create custom fields and custom assets. So we have this new project. We'll leave it like this. Project number 3 is just fine. And let's edit it. And we'll go to the builder. And here in the left sidebar, if you open the Brizy Cloud CMS, here you'll find all your assets. We call all the items here in the sidebar assets. If you are using WordPress, you might be used with custom post types, for example, or post types. They use that technology there. Others in the industry call these collections. We call them assets. So this refers to all the items here, pages, blog, pop-ups, and all the new custom assets you'll be creating using our custom asset builder. And let's do that right now. This is our custom asset builder. We'll create an asset here that will appear in the left sidebar. Let's go creating a game review asset, like on our example I've shown earlier. So this will be game. The plural form is games. This is the link. We'll use games as well. Now we need to select the asset tab. We have a single and archive. Let me jump to the front end really fast to explain this on our example here. So we have a category here called Ubisoft. This is the developer of the games, and the rule is very simple. If you are creating a category asset that helps you or you'll use to list different game assets in our example here, this will be, of course, an archive type of asset. If you are creating a game, a single, a standalone, or a game details page, this would be a single type of asset. So following this rule, we are creating game reviews here. So we are selecting, of course, single, because this is not a category. Developers or platforms would be categories. Okay, and now here at the bottom we have all the custom fields that we can add in this new asset. So for example, if we want a name, or maybe we'll want for our games, we'll want an image, and then we'll want a number for the rating. We can also put a link for a buy link, for example, if you want. But the idea here is that you'll add as many fields as you want or need in your new custom asset. And when you click on each field, you'll get this options toolbar that will let you control and change labels, descriptions, make the field required, and so on and so forth. And the options differ from custom field to custom field. So for example, here we have label, description. We can put a placeholder as well, and also set some limitation for this specific field. Let's hit a create and continue, and you'll see that games appears here in the sidebar. If you want to modify anything related to this new custom asset, you'll go here on the gear, and of course you'll be able to modify. Let's actually change the icon here. This is what I was looking for. You can change anything related to the options here. You can change options or even add new fields. And then don't forget to hit a save and finish. So when you go to games, Of course, there are no games here, but you'll be able to add a new game, and these are the fields that we've added in our new custom asset called games. You'll of course fill all this in and add cover images and all the information here. Next, what I want to show you is how you can create a category type of asset. So we'll go back to create custom asset, and we'll put here developers, and this is not a single. Remember the rule: if it's a category, and it will help you display lists of your posts. This is an archive type of asset. Again, you can add fields from here. I will not add any because they come default. All the assets come with the title. You'll see that. So we have developers as well. If we want to add a new developer, we'll just go here and put Ubisoft. Publish it. And we have our first developer. Let's add another one. Take two. Publish it. And we have a second developer. And this is how you go. You want to create a new asset, you just create a new one, you call it platforms, right? You want authors, you want categories, you want any type of taxonomy of a category, of any type of asset that you want to create. You'll create it from scratch, add the fields you need to add, and they will appear here in the sidebar. A very important thing right now is how, and a question is, how do you link the developers with the games, right? Because we've created standalone assets, games developers, but we need the games to communicate with the developers and the other way around. Right now we go to games and edit the custom asset, and here you'll find two very important fields. Reference and multi-reference. These two fields are used especially to link certain assets together. So for example, we'll want to use a reference field here to link the developers. We'll call this developer, and the reference we'll select from the list developers. And what this will do is create a one-on-one relationship with between games and developers. Let me just save this, and I'll go to games to show you. You'll go to games, add a new game, and because we've added that reference field in games, you can choose one of the developers. And because we've choose a reference, one-on-one reference, this is a drop-down select. So basically you have only one option. A game has only one developer. This is the relationship between them. But let me add a new custom asset called platforms. Singular, so it's platforms here. This will be an archive. I hit the create and save. And on the platforms, what platforms do we have? We have, I don't know, PlayStation 4. Let's publish this new platform. Create a new one. Let's call it Switch. Better yet, Nintendo Switch. And I'll add one more, Xbox. Save. And we have 3 platforms added. And on games, if we go to edit the asset games, we can now use the last reference field that is called multi-reference. And here these are like you can view them as tags in a way. So this creates a one-to-many relationship, and we'll link this multi-reference. We'll call it platforms, and we'll link it to our platforms asset. Hit a save, and if we go to games and add a game, you will see that we have platforms here as a new option, and we can select on which platforms this game is currently on. Now that you know how to create a new custom asset and edit it, how to link it with other custom assets via a one-on-one relationship or a one-to-many relationship, you know how to add custom fields, how to remove them, how to change certain options on each field. That's great, but let me go to the backend and go back to that game review website I've showed you at the beginning, and look at it from the backend perspective and see how everything is built. Here we are with our game reviews website. I'll go into the project. This is the front page. Let me go here in the Brizy Cloud CMS. As you can see on our assets panel here, we have a couple of custom assets you might recognize. We have the games, where we have our games listed. We have developers. We have genres. We have review authors. And last but not least, we have platforms. So we have all the platforms here. Let's go on a games asset. I'll go and edit the asset to show you all the fields here. So I've put here, I wanted the release date field. You see two images here. One is for the game cover, and one is for the hero background that is displayed on the game page. This is the rating the reviewer will give. And we've created a nice limitation here between 1 and 10. And we have a couple of important fields here that link our games with the other categories we've created. For example, we have a one-on-one relationship with the author category. So basically you'll be able to select in games the author for that game review. We have the developer, the same, it's a one-on-one relationship. You can see it by the logo here. And we have two multi-references. One is for genres, so basically you can select for every game multiple genres. And also you can select multiple platforms. Let's go back to games, and I'll go into one of these games. They are all the same in terms of custom fields. We have the title. This is, of course, the title of the game. The release date, our cover and hero images, the rating, the author that can be selected here. If you want to add a new author or edit one, you'll go to authors right here in the category in the sidebar. You'll select the developer and select some genres here and some platforms. The permalink is generated automatically, and the post is published. And you go through this through all the games, and you can add more games. Here are the developers. For the developers, I've created a couple of custom fields. We have a title, the name of the developer. We have a logo, for example, if you want to show to display it somewhere on the developer page, a developer link, and the default permalink. On genres, the same. authors. These are the review authors. So basically what I've done here, I've added a author name, author photo, a bio, and last but not least the category platforms, where I've listed all the possible platforms for our games. Let's now go on the front end and edit one of our games here in the builder, just to show you how everything is created. I've created here a header that I've pushed on all the pages very easily with I've made it global, and from the display conditions I have included a condition to be on all pages. So basically our header is automatically pushed on all the pages. Here in the first section we have our game header, our game hero header. So we have a custom text here that is basically not a custom text but a dynamic text, the developer title. If you want to, for example, what you'll do like this, you'll add a text, and this text you'll say, I don't want it to be custom to be able to write anything here. I want it to be dynamic, and I want to put here the developer title, and you'll select that, and Brizy CMS will bring the developer title here in dynamically, and you'll be able to stylize using the regular Brizy tools. You'll be able to stylize colors, fonts, positions, and so on and so forth. Let me delete this. We'll continue. This is a title element, a dynamic title element, game title. This is the author title, and how you can do this in the same text element. Let me show you. For example, we have here by, and you'll hit the hashtag from your keyboard, and this nice drop down will appear, and you can select all sorts of dynamic content from here, what we want by author title, okay? And you'll be able to display in the same text element multiple dynamic fields. For example, from the top of my mind, you can put here released on, and select release date. Developed by underscore hashtag developed by, and select from here developer title. And you can play with this and do all sorts of interesting stuff. I'll delete this. So we have the author here. We have a nice button here with the rating, and this as you might have been used already, this is a text that you'll select the dynamic. From the dynamic icon, you'll select rating here. Going down the page, this is a block with an image here that is the cover image. We can select the hero image as well, but it doesn't make too much sense because we want the cover here. We want the cover image, not the hero. As I've showed you earlier, these are text elements with some dynamic content from the game, this specific game. The next is that content that you'll edit independently based on game. So this is not a global block. This is not pushed on all the other games pages, because you want this individual and unique for each game. And at the bottom here we have the author. The name, of course, is dynamic. You can select it from here, the author title, the author bio, the image, and so on and so forth. And here at the bottom we have a comment. We have a comment section with where we use our discuss element. This is how the game pages is built. And to make it dynamic, to apply on all the games, on all the pages, on all the review pages, is as simple as we did it in the header. Just go on the block and make it global, and on the display conditions you don't put it on all, but you put it on games, because you want only the games to have this hero header, and you select all from here. Of course, if you want, you can also select a specific game. Maybe if you want, you can add another display condition and exclude this header from a specific game. For example, if you'd do this if you want to have a different header on that game, and you'll push this header on all the games, but exclude it from a specific one. The display conditions and global block conditions are very powerful, a very powerful tool in Brizy Cloud. So you can play and do all sorts of interesting things with it. So we have the hero that we've put to be global. We also have this review section we've pushed on all the games pages. The next one as well, we've pushed on all the game pages. This, as you can see, it doesn't have the global icon. It's not a global block because this is the content of your review. So this will be unique, and you'll build this from game to game. You'll build it with Brizy, so you can do anything you want here. Of course, the author is global as well. Appears on all the games. And we have the comment section as well, global, and of course the footer is global, not only on games but on all the pages, because we want our footer to appear on all the pages of our website. So basically this is how you create templates in Brizy Cloud. You make blocks global, and you use the display conditions from global blocks to push those blocks on different parts of your website. And if those blocks contain dynamic elements, like for example our title here, of course this title on the God of War game, for example, it will display the God of War game title here, not Breath of the Wild. So it will be different based on context. Let me go and show you how a developer looks in the backend. Yes, I want to leave. So we are on a developer category page. This is an archive page. Remember the rule: the archive, if you see listings, if you see game listings, or if you are building, for example, a portfolio and you'll see a portfolio listing, or if you are building a menu for a restaurant and you see all the entries in the menu, if you see listings, this is an archive. If you see post details or game details, that is a single. So keep that in mind, and it will be easy to figure it out in the future. This is our listing for the Ubisoft developer. So this is an archive, and I've used an archive element here to display the games. This is the archive element knows context. So if you add it on a Ubisoft developer page, it will bring in automatically. It will know, and it will bring only the games developed by Ubisoft in our example. You can set all sorts of things here, and I let you play with Brizy and stylize all the elements and all the colors and fonts in your listings. But all these are dynamic. So for example, this brings in now that rating. The image, of course, is the image, the cover image for the game. This is Ubisoft. Of course, it's Ubisoft because all the games here on this page, on this archive page, are from the same developer. So all of them will show Ubisoft. This is the name of the game, game title. This is the author. So basically you can create and do all sorts of interesting structures here and designs. And to push this, I start sounding like a broken record, but I want this to go to be embedded in your head, that templates in Brizy Cloud are created with global blocks and display conditions. So if you want all your developers to have the same structure or the same design, you go on the block, you make it global, and on display conditions this time around we select developers, and we push this block on all the developers pages. The same with the second block. We go and push it on all the developers pages. Let's go now. We saw developers. Let's go with the genres. I load the action genre, and this goes as you can imagine, this goes the same way. So you create a global block that has the dynamic genre title here, and this is an archive element that will let you display games based on genre. So, for example, all these games are from the same genre action, and this is it for the genres as well. For authors, I didn't created any archive page to display all the game reviews from a certain author, but that is very simple to do, and the platforms go the same way. What I want to do before closing, let me go back on the front end, and we'll look on the website one more time just to browse the pages and see what we have here, and we'll wrap this up. So basically, this is a game reviews website, dynamic website that I've put together with Brizy Cloud CMS. We've recently introduced these custom fields and custom assets functionality that I've just showed you, that lets you create all this custom and complex dynamic websites. These are our reviews. The game reviews, and if let's check Doom this time around. So this is the Doom review page. Actually, it's pretty cool, this one. I've repurposed one of our Brizy Pro layout packs that will come in Brizy Pro in the next design update. And this is how custom fields and creating editing assets work in Brizy Cloud CMS. I encourage you to give it a try. It opens the door to very interesting possibilities. We'll go into the Q&A session. Let me just take a look on the chat and see some of the questions. Kate and Anne asks if this is for Brizy Pro as well, or just Brizy Cloud. This custom fields and asset functionality, Kate, is just a Brizy Cloud, is a Brizy Pro Cloud functionality. It will not come in Brizy WordPress. In Brizy WordPress, there are a couple of great solutions there for custom fields and custom post types like pods, ACF, and MetaBox, and they are all compatible with Brizy. So I'm not sure it makes too much sense to bring this functionality in Brizy WordPress. For now, this is Brizy Cloud only, Brizy Pro Cloud only. So I hope that that answers the question. Francis asks, is there a way to output all values and or some values of multiple references into a single page? Francis, I think my explanation here already answered that. Yes, it is. You link those custom assets, you link them together through those reference fields, through the single reference fields or multi-reference field. and you can access all that dynamic content directly in the builder through all the elements that work with dynamic content. If you locate that icon, that server icon, that will be a queue that a specific element uses dynamic content, and you can select and display dynamic content there. Ben, can I do one-to-many for image galleries? Ben, you will be able to do one-to-many for image galleries for sure. The only caveat here is that we don't have an image gallery field right now, so you can't add right now multiple images in a single custom field. But that is on the list, and it will be added. It will be added for sure. Once that will be in, you will be able to do image galleries one-to-many for sure. Thomas, it is possible to build forms that users can add into info from a form into this asset. No, right now that is not possible, Thomas. But it's an interesting idea, and I'll note it down and discuss it with the guys. This functionality of custom fields and custom assets in Brizy Cloud is we just launched it. This is the foundation for what's to come, and we'll have multiple fields like galleries, possibly extended to what you're saying, Thomas. So we'll just need to look into that. Aina asks, is the hashtag trick affected by spaces in between words? Should we always use an underscore or something similar to ensure the hashtag works? No, the hashtag dynamic feature that I've showed you earlier lets you put that in the same text element multiple dynamic fields, and it's not affected by spaces. You just hit the hashtag on your keyboard. Mine is Shift-3, for example, on my European UK keyboard. So if I hit Shift-3, it will draw a hashtag, and that will bring that drop down that lets you select the dynamic options. It will not be affected, so you only hit that. And Francis, is there a way to output multiple values for the multiple reference? I think we've covered that. Yes, it is possible. Pierre asks, from what I understand, Brizy Cloud was building static assets before. Is that still the case? Does it get the dynamic content on the fly with JavaScript, or it is building each page with hard-coded values? This is still the case. What Brizy Cloud CMS outputs is static content. So this is still the case. Pierre, I hope this answers the question. Let me see. Nicholas Worth. Can you not make a template for the assets so that you don't have to design every page individually? Of course, you can make a template, Alex. I've just showed it to you. I hope that you understood how that worked. I'll just recap it again. You go and edit an asset, for example, games in our case, and all the blocks from that page, you can push them on the website by making them global and using the display conditions feature we have in Brizy Cloud. And if those blocks have dynamic content in them, a title, for example, you'll push that across your posts or your assets, and that will bring in dynamically the title for each individual asset. And this is how you'll create templates. it sounds more complicated than it actually is. Just go and try it out, and it will make perfect sense, because it's very easy to set up and understand. Ferndale, can we do search for specific game in the front end? That is a very good question, Ferndale. We don't currently have a search element, but it is on the list. I know that the team is working on it. So we'll have two new elements that will handle this filter for your users. And these elements will let them search your content and filter your content. The first one will be a search element that will help you with searching, and the second one will be a filter element that will let you filter your asset based on different categories, or that will also be used when we'll have shopping in the future to filter for products, pricing products and colors and things like that. So we'll have two elements. Hopefully this year we'll have them, search and filters. So you'll be able to do that in the future. Not right now though. Alberto Torres, for display posts, will it be a future update to display as rows or and not only as columns? You can do that right now, Alberto. You drag the posts element or the archive element, and in those elements you can create and structure the posts exactly the way you want. If you want, you can put it on one column, make it a row, and things like that. So you have 100% full control there. Go test it out. I'm sure you'll like it. What we want to bring here to help you with that, and we are discussing right now in the office, is for the post elements to bring some predefined structures, right? Because right now you have full control, but you'll have to basically design it the way you want. But we want to help you in bringing in some styles, predefined styles that you can choose from and start from. So those will come for sure in the future. Let's see. There are more questions. Victor, will be the commenting on posts be possible? Of course, Victor. If you got the live presentation I have showed you just now, you saw that on the games reviews, the last section was a comment section, and we have an element called Discuss. I'm not sure you're familiar with Discuss. They offer this tremendous service, and we have that implemented there. I recommend you use it. It's called Discuss, and you can put Discuss comments there. Ben, can you get featured posts with different layout than others in archive grid? Yes, you can get that. You can get that, Ben. You just need to structure that element differently a bit. Drag the columns, put them on one row, put more columns, less rows, and things like that. Go play with it in Brizy Cloud. I'm sure you'll like it. But yes, you can stylize and create different structures. I think I know what you mean. For example, you can create a magazine style page where you have different post structures with featured post, and you can do that. Just go play with it. Let's see. Imran asks, how can we use Brizy for online courses? You can use Brizy for online courses, not Brizy Cloud right now. You can use, though, we've introduced Brizy membership functionality in our Brizy WordPress plugin. So you can go check those options there. In fact, we had a webinar about these options recently. So go on our YouTube channel and check that. You can create that in WordPress. In cloud right now, you can't. We don't have those membership options available because cloud needs to catch up a bit more in features. Like we'll need users, we'll need accounts, and there are still a couple of things that need to come through before we introduce the membership functionality in Brizy Cloud as well. But you'll be able to do that in the future in Brizy Cloud, just not right now. Jason, lots of valuable information today. Thank you. Thanks, Jason. In spite of our technical issues tonight, we've managed to get through, and I'm glad that you feel this way. EFTTT and Sync Spider connectors would be cool. Dev. EFTTT. Pele, you guys need to walk me through this. I'm not sure what this stands for. You caught me off guard here, but I'll want to know more about it. So if you guys can maybe send me an email and explain what's this about, we'll look into it for sure. We're always open to expand the condition and functionalities. If this, then that. I understand. Okay. Yes, we'll just need to look into how we can expand this custom fields and custom asset functions to let you do all sorts of selections like this. Rory, yes, thanks for the link, Rory. I'll take a look. Pierre, it is possible to get the dynamic data for custom HTML component, the field, the REST or GraphQL. We'll have the team is working now. We're working now also on APIs, developer APIs for cloud and for WordPress as well. And once those will be available, I'm sure they'll open great possibilities to extend and do with Brizy Cloud and also Brizy WordPress some custom and some amazing things that you guys, I'm sure, will jump on and do. Please add Pebble connector to integration option. It's a Zapier alternative. Yes, we're receiving hundreds of requests for integrations for the contact forms, and we have a huge list there. We'll most likely add more integrations there in the future, but I feel that this might be an area where those APIs will come in handy, and some developers will jump in and start developing some integrations for the contact form. Thanks so much, Dimi and crew, for the presentation. Thanks, Aaron. Thanks a lot for your words. Integromat instead of Zapier would be fantastic. They have a free WebSockets for forms. I did see they try to integrate with Brizy. Yeah, I agree. Integromat is a great alternative to Zapier. I know that a lot of you guys use it primarily for Zapier is on the expensive side, I hear, and I know that Integromat also offers some interesting and competitive tools there. Sure, we have a bunch of things on the plate, and we are juggling a lot of working right now. But I'm sure we'll get to all those integrations at some point. Zapier is in fact an option right now in Brizy Cloud for the integrations, but not Integromat. Bye, Anna. Thanks, Dim, for the webinar. Bye. Thanks, guys. Okay, guys, I think we're done for tonight. Let me just share my presentation here again so we can wrap things up. This was the Q&A session. Before we go, the small surprise at the end. As usual, we are offering a 15% discount on Brizy Pro for you guys. I'll send an email with the code over the weekend. Expected on Monday. Most of you, I'm sure you already have Pro, so feel free to share it with your friends or bring someone into our amazing family here. The code expires in 10 days. That's it for me. I thank you for your time, and if you have some questions or some feedback for Brizy Cloud CMS or for custom fields and the new asset functionality we've introduced, please feel free to email me on dimi@brizy.io. I respond to all the emails personally, maybe with a delay, but I do respond personally. So please send me questions, and I'd love to hear from you. I wish you a great weekend, and I'll see you next time. Bye.